Hi, welcome back to Celebrating Culture. We're in New Orleans. It's Easter weekend. On Good Friday, the Big Easy Wing of the Commemorative Air Force arranged for Archbishop Aymond to fly over the city in this PT-17 Stearman that was built in 1943 that actually saw service during World War II. Archbishop Aymond just recovered from the coronavirus. He flew over the city of New Orleans and blessed the city. New Orleans has a 35% population that's Catholic, and normally that means a lot of people getting together. But during the coronavirus and social distancing, we've had to make adjustments. We interviewed the Archbishop, and this is what he had to say.
It was an enjoyable flight, but that wasn't the purpose of the flight. The purpose of the flight was to fly over the city and to ask for God's blessings upon us, that He will protect us during this time of the coronavirus, that He will heal the sick, those who are in hospitals or at home, that He will give eternal rest to those who have gone before us in death from the virus. And also a prayer in a special way for the healthcare professionals who are on the front lines, giving of their lives, literally risking their lives for others, as well as those who are in our governor, our mayor, those who are first responders. So many people are being of service to those who are sick and dying, to families, and how difficult it is. I prayed for the families too, that their loved ones are in the hospital. They can't even visit them in the hospital. And I did bring some water that was blessed from the River Jordan where Jesus was baptized, and I sprinkled that water over the city, asking for Jesus' presence, and also the Eucharist, that through the body of Christ, that Christ Himself would bless our city and bless this very challenging time that we're going through. This is Good Friday, and Jesus bore the cross, and we don't have to look very far to see the cross that we're bearing as a city, as a community, as a state. And so we ask that we can bear that cross, remembering that this Calvary, this cross for Jesus, led to Easter, new life. And we believe in faith that this will bring us, as difficult as it is, as painful and challenging, that it will bring us to new life in the risen Lord. It was a good flight. A friend of mine was the pilot, Jim Helms. I trust him as a pilot. When I was invited, I said, okay, how many pilots? There was one. How many engines? One. And then they told me it was open air. I thought, okay, I guess I can be courageous. And I'm glad I was courageous, because it was a privilege to be able to pray over the city. I think that crises like this, challenges like this, do invite people to a different level of faith, and there can be a renewal of faith that can take place as we realize that we're not in control. We're not the creators, and we're not the saviors. And so I am surprised, but pleasantly surprised, that I think it can bring us to a deeper level of faith.
During this challenging time, for the Archbishop to get in a restored World War II plane and fly over the city and bless it, it is a very uplifting moment during this period of reflection for all residents of the world.